Hi there, we're back. So now we get to start working on these shoes. So what we need to do is take the materials that we've chosen. I'm going to demo two different options here, so you'll see me put together a style for eyelet lacing and then a different style for tabbed lacing. So as we've compared and contrasted with both style boots you've seen in the real world, this is just the alternative. So you can look at what we're doing here and decide which version you want to use for your upper boot. And then all of the rest of the assembly is the same as we work through the rest of the process. All right, so let's get started. So here we have the materials in front of us. And you know, I found this glittery vinyl, so I'm popping in a third alternative version here that we're gonna demo in the rest of this video. So as you see in front of me right here, I have this pink glitter, super sparkly sheet of vinyl. This is pretty lightweight. You can get something like this at the craft store just as a small sheet. So I'm gonna use this as the upper boot. We're gonna do this sample with these little jump rings as the tabbed lacing option. This version is stiff enough, it does not need any prepping or interfacing. This next version is the one that I've chosen to do to match that winter sports jacket that we did out of that springtime fun jacket pattern. So this is remaining scraps. I've cut some pieces here that really pull from the jacket itself, and we have pieces that are similar to each other. So I will try my best to lay out the boots on here, mirroring images per pair so that we have the pattern repeating or mirroring itself as we put these boots together. So for this one, I have small pieces. I'm going to apply that to that fusible interfacing. And you can see I have one sample here. It really helps to thicken it up and stiffen it up, and it'll make it very sturdy for applying eyelets. So for this one, we're gonna do the simple eyelet application, and then we can move forward with the rest of the boot for that one. And for the third version, I have just a really lightweight, shiny piece of, it's actually a lining fabric, but it's a nylon, a polyester nylon type fabric. So it really looks the part for the boots. And this one, I'm gonna take this fabric, we're gonna apply it to that sheet of the fusible fleece interfacing. And that is what is applied here. If I didn't say fusible fleece is what we've applied to this fabric as well. They're very similar fabrics. Now for this one, it's a beautiful olive green. It's a solid color. So on this one, I'm gonna do a tiny diamond quilting. And then we'll use a little bit larger eyelet on this one just to show the difference of spacing larger eyelets and using a thicker lacing cord. So for option number one, again, we have this super sparkly fabric-backed pink vinyl. So for this one, the easiest thing to do is to take a pen or a pencil. We're just gonna flip this over, and I'm gonna trace the pieces onto that vinyl. And then remember, we need two of each piece so that we can make a pair. So they'll overlap in the front, or this is the front lacing over the tongue. So that makes one pair, and we'll need a duplicate set to make the second shoe. And when you put them down, since we're cutting one at a time, just remember, you know, these are mirrored. So if you have a pattern or anything like that, you'll want to make sure that you have the placement set up how you want it. For this one, since it's just one solid type of color, that doesn't matter so much. So we're just going to go ahead and trace those pieces and then carefully cut them out along the traced lines. So here we have the cutout pieces for the sparkly boots. And then since this is going to be the tabbed option, we're gonna need to take this sheet of vinyl, and I'm gonna cut some strips here to make those tabs. Now in the pattern, it says a 3/8 inch wide strip. Our little jump rings are a little bit narrower, and I believe I can get in here a 1/4 inch strip or a 1/4 inch tab to fit inside the jump ring that I have on hand. So I'm just gonna cut my strips a 1/4 inch wide, and then we're gonna do 3 tabs on each side of each boot, so 6 tab boots, and each one of those little strips needs to be 1.5 inches. It's 24 inches total. I have a sheet here that measures 12 inches, so I'm gonna cut 2 1/4 inch strips. And then from here, we're gonna cut these little strips into 1.5 inch strips. So now we have all these little pieces and the boot pieces, the upper boot, ready to go. Now let's take a look at option 2. So for this one, we're gonna use this floral print fabric. You can see I have 4 pieces here for the 4 different pieces of boot that I'm gonna need. So I have mirrored designs. This one is cut and it's ready to cut out, where I'm gonna place my piece on here. So I have some of the striping around the outside edge, and the floral is at the center. So this will be on one, and then the mirrored image on this one is going to be over here with the striping on the outside and the floral meeting this one at the center. And then we'll do the same thing with these two. You can see I have mirrored pieces. So for this one, I'm going to take this over to my pressing mat. I'm following the instructions for the fusible fleece, which is to place this down with the bumpy glue side up. I'm going to place my fabric just on top of it, right side up. We take a damp press cloth and set that on top, and then the iron is set at a wool setting, and it's 10 to 15 seconds. I'm just going to carefully place it down, not rub it around, but just carefully move it around so that I can get the whole piece adhered to the fleece. And I'm going to repeat that process for this one because of how I have the fabric cut out in 4 small sections. And then for the tongue, we're going to bring in this other print that still coordinates with the jacket. I'm going to use it's kind of like a little bit like a diamond oval print here with the blue and the pink together. We're going to cut our 2 tongue pieces out of that after we adhere that to the fusible fleece. Then for this one, we're also going to need 2 small strips for that center lacing, and we're going to do that in black as well. So we have 2 of those. And then for the backs on these, we're just going to add a little bit of a pull tab at the top, not cover the entire back of the boot on this one. So we'll cut those as we move forward with the pattern. And then on this one, we're going to use tiny little eyelets. We have small eyelets here that we are going to punch through this front section once we get into our next step. So we have the eyelets ready to go and all the pieces cut for option number 2. And now for option 3, we're going to take this full piece. We have it cut big enough here. We're going to do the same method to apply this to this fusible fleece. Just simply set this down, glue side up. This fabric goes on top, right side up. With that damp press cloth, we're pressing here 10 to 15 seconds until we cover the whole entire area, and that adheres nicely. We have a second strip here for the tongue of each shoe as well. So we've got a smaller piece of the fusible fleece and a smaller piece of that olive green fabric. And then for this one, the tongue, we will just cut out of the smooth fabric. And then here on this rectangular piece, we're going to cut out both sets of these boot upper pieces so we can mirror them facing each other here, and then right below facing each other here. But first on this one, I want to do the diamond quilting. So to do that, we're just going to use our chalk tool here and do diagonal lines across in one direction. Quilt it just by simply straight stitching along those lines, and then we're going to turn it and do the diagonal lines in the opposite direction, and then stitch straight across those lines with a straight stitch as well. I'm going to do this in the same color thread so it just simply looks quilted. And here we have this diamond quilted piece. It looks so cute. I'm not perfect. These are actually pretty unevenly spaced, but this works for what we're doing. I love it. It's super cute. So now that we have this quilted down, we're going to cut out the pieces just for the 2 tops of the shoes. And here we have all of the pieces cut out. So you can see we have mirrored image for each shoe. For the top that's quilted, it's so adorable. This is going to be really cute. And then we have the tongue. We could have quilted the tongue now that I'm looking at it, but I already have it cut out. So we will go ahead and now on the next step of the pattern, for each of the different pieces, it will all be the same stitching. So we're going to take these over to the machine for all three options. We'll top stitch around the edge, and then we will top stitch straight down here. So I'll come in here and I can make small marks on my pattern either with scissors, just cutting little slits, or just measure in and mark that here with a pen or a pencil, and we'll stitch straight down. And then that is going to give us the spacing here where we're going to place the eyelets, and on this pink sparkly one we will use that spacing to set our tabs. Okay, so here you can see we have that stitching line around the edge and on the inside, and I went ahead and stitched that on the vinyl as well, just because it's going to help me actually place all of my tab strips evenly if I have that straight line. It does say it's optional, but I prefer it on this version. So for the pink glitter version, you will simply take your little jump ring, slide the little strip inside it, put a piece of double stick quilter's tape to the inside if you would like to press those two pieces together, and that is going to secure that little ring. And then we're going to line these up right on the shoe so that we can lace those together. You're going to evenly space 3 on each side that match, and then we'll stitch those down. For this option, you can cut little triangle pieces off the backs of the tabs here, and then you place those down. So that adds a little bit of added detail. You can stick this down with the double-sided quilter's tape as well to hold those in place. The rings should come just right past the edge of that front center point. And then once you have 3 down on one side, you can use that to mark and mirror the opposite side of the shoe. And here's the finished upper boot for option 1. So you can see that here we've got this done with the tabs, front view, back view. We have those stitched down. So now these are ready to move on to the next video where we'll finish up the entire boot. Now for both of these fabric options that have the fleece lining on the back, we are going to place some eyelets. On this floral print one, I'm going to do the smaller eyelets, so I'm going to put 4 on each side. And on this one, I'm going to use these larger black eyelets. And this one we can feed in that larger cord. So to do that, we just want to measure. We have about 1.5 inches of space here, and we just want to have 4 small dots. I know that's really hard for you to see there, but I have them marked 1/2 inch apart. I'm gonna take the eyelet tool, has a hole punch on one side. I'm gonna use the smaller one, and then the eyelet setter is up here in the middle. So for this down here is where I'm gonna punch the hole through. So I just line that up so that that's gonna go right on my dot. And you can see I have punched a hole right here at the bottom. And in that hole is going to go my tiny little eyelet. And I will feed that through this top section and press that down. And then the eyelet is set right here. And I'll just repeat that process to put 4 up this side. And there you can see all 4 eyelets. So then we'll repeat the process on the opposite side, making sure that they're evenly spaced. So here we have the upper boot pieces finished for option number 2. Front view and the back view of each piece and the tongue. And then on this green one, we're gonna do the same thing, but on this one, I'm gonna use that larger eyelet. So I'm just gonna put them a little bit farther apart. And there you can see on that one, we've got the 3. So we'll just repeat that process so that they're mirrored on the opposite side of the green. And here we have the upper boot pieces for option number 3, the cute quilted design, ready to go to move on to the next video, and we'll finish assembling this one as well. And that's where we have it for today. So now be sure to continue with us in part 3 as we work on attaching the pieces to the tongue and all of that to the base of the shoe.